This is the ISRO and NASA's collaborative research that is going on. And this is NISAR satellite, NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar. This is going to be launched in next month, maybe February or March. And this will be the most costliest satellite of all time. So as an Indian, we are very much proud of it. And so you can get the slide from scanning this URL. And here is the link also. So because all my slides are embedded, if you click, then it will open the reference link and from where I have got it. Sorry. So I am from Sitara, so Center for Technology Alternative for Rural Area. This is a quite unique branch in IIT Bombay ecosystem. So we deal with society development and technology. Especially for rural area, what we do development, what does it mean actually? How to cater to the grassroots people who are on the ground. So we work in this dry juncture of society development and technology. This is a quite unique kind of department, and this is our website. And the problem we face is we don't have much better organized structured data. So that's where our lab, Professor Pennan Chinnasamy, he is my guide. So his lab comes into play. So that is Rudra Lab, the Rural Data Research and Analytics Lab. So we are trying to do how this lab is almost 7, 8 year old. Sir has established it, and the main focus is to get rural data sets available, make them available, and first of all organize them, because in rural sector there is a lot of scarcity of data. So this is our website, and this is the latest thing we have done. That this year we have organized a National Geospatial Award. This is GIS, open source GIS. Do you believe in the philosophy of open source? I will share it. So about coming to my topic, first we can start like this. Hey, by the way, if anyone has any question, doubt, please let me know. Okay, anytime you can disrupt and tell me. Just turn on your mic and say. Everything is going okay, na? Hi.
Yes,
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 yes.
yes.
Okay. So, wait. So there are four fundamental forces in nature, as we know: gravity, strong force, electromagnetic strong force, weak force, strong force. Gravity, everyone knows. Strong force happen where the nucleus, in the nucleus region where everything is coming together. That's why the strong force. And weak force dictates the nuclear decay and this kind of thing. And then electromagnetism, what is my subject, our subject. So electromagnetism is a big year for us. Like you can say, I have title is just electromagnetism, because this is the 100 year of quantum mechanics. So there are a lot of beautiful events going on. So I like to give a shout out about that. This is by IIT Bombay. Beautiful lecture. And this is, I am most recommending everyone to watch. This is because we study electromagnetism and a lot of things, black body radiation and all. So there's in India, we have a big contribution with our SN Bose, Professor SN Bose, Satyendra Bose. So this is a beautiful documentary, and lot of things which we use in remote sensing, like that black body radiation, that is been very beautifully discussed in this video. Okay, so we must watch this one. And this is TIFR's efforts that is going on. So SAR is a big thing. Microwave, it's a little part of microwave engineering, and it's very much essential. And this is an inspired talk I like to give, how I have explored this subject. So this is a journey. So there was a professor. Uh, I am taking a lot of things from Jagadish Chandra Bosu's book. This is Avyakto. It's a Bengali book. So that is he beautifully explain a lot of things. Like this professor Louis Yugi Galvani, Professor Galvani, he used to work with frogs, dead frogs. So what he used to do, he used to electrify dead frogs' muscles and how they are reflecting, how they are interacting with that that dead body. So they used to people used to say mad kind of professor and bang nachano professor, a professor who make the dead frog dance and all kind of things. Then big breakthrough happens in this. There are two philosophical thoughts there was. One is a see wave, electromagnetic wave as a particle nature, another is a wave nature. So Thomas Young did the dual slit experiment where that is he explored the wave nature of that electromagnetic spectrum, and that's where this interferometric concept and all this was very much dependent on this wave nature of electromagnetism. And then there is uh, this particle nature that was also prevalent. So big breakthrough happened with James Maxwell, who, when he have given an unified theory of this wave and particle duality into just four equations. Such a fascinating thing. And uh, yes, another thing, if you have ever worked with this kind of microwave SAR satellite images, we see that is happening in the logarithmic scale. So that history is really interesting because that is coming from Graham Bell. So what he has done, he has transmitted radio wave and this from his name, the Bell Lab, which now getting so many Nobel Prize and all. So that is coming from there, and what we listen is actually in logarithmic scale. Like that's actually variant of pressure, how pressure is increasing, and that's how that sound affect our eardrum, and that's how so most of the radar engineer, they are not coming from what we actually study in remote sensing. Optical remote sensing is from camera, but radar is a little different. That is coming from this legacy of telephone, then to radio, then to this radar kind of land based, then it's coming to satellite. So, this scientist has proved the Maxwell electromagnetic spectrum is truth, and there are a lot of things we cannot see that is now we are exploring. Like bats, they cannot see; they locate by sound. Same with the whales. So that's how this idea is being used from a long time. It's called echolocation. So a sound is being thrown and it is coming back. So from that we can infer the how much distant it's from this location and the target. So Marconi get the credit of first radio transmission access to Atlantic Ocean, but in West Bengal, in India, in Kolkata, Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bosu has explored this thing, but he has done it in a very large scale. Oceans one, one one to another across Atlantic Ocean is done. So he get that credit. And 1920 radar was mainstream. And 1930 it was mainly about weather radar. So how clouds are coming, water laden cloud, how they are coming. So that is being depicted. In defense it was being used. And there is a lot of misperception also. So that's why I added this one. There are people are making movie that was in pop culture. If you want to bring any technology to forefront, they must be into pop culture. So then that was people used to fantasize about how death rays are working and all these things. But this microwave range is so big, it actually doesn't work like to make death ray. You have to make it more coherent or more energy intensive. That will be happen by smaller wavelength, but radio wavelength are very radar wavelength are really large. So pulse radar that is being established in 1930, and the big push was came from as a one World War II. That was actually Axis power and the Allied power, as you know. Axis power, I mean Germany, Soviet, they have really not Soviet, but Germany, they have really good uh, sonar based system. That's what I'm saying. Echolocation and all these things, they have really good. That's why they have able to send Netaji from this coast to that European to Europe to Japan by submarine, because they have really good technology. What this the Allied power has that USA has developed first airborne radar by using this cavity magnetron. So with a small system, you can create this uh, microwave pulses, and you can make it into an aeroplane, that airborne system. So then World War, and because at this Pearl Harbor is incident, because World War is being very much dependent on this one. They have detected the incoming uh, planes using this technology. So they have win, because because this technological thing of wars that need to be explored to understand better. Then World War ended and Cold War began. But the scientists who are working there, they have came to different field. Radio astronomy. What they are doing here in land, down they are sending it to Mars, to Moon, and when the pulse is coming back, they are trying to identify it. So that's a beautiful time. A lot of Nobel Prize and these things came to this subject, and this is a beautiful, very intriguing thing happened when this Penzias and Wilson, they discovered that without anything, we are always getting some kind of radiation coming from that very distant galaxies and all. So that was being theorized, and that was cosmic microwave background radiation. So from that Big Bang, and how the time of Big Bang, that is being very much well documented with this technology. So just a simple thing, just echo coming back, and that's the thing. Doppler beam sharpening is a big thing that is being used in synthetic aperture radar, that happened in 60s. So that's where the civilian cases started, Darien province of Panama. So that is being mapped for the first time. Radam project, that is the Amazon. Because what happened, as we all know, that optical image cannot go through that cloudy sky. So this Amazon forest, rainforest region, always cloud is there. So it's very hard to map, and that's why this radar technology comes into action. And I like to encourage to uh, listen to Professor Woodhouse's lot of good videos are there. You can watch. I like to show you this one. Wait. Hi, everything going okay na? If anyone has any doubt, please let me know. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, on time.
So see, this is a very beautiful animation. This is by Professor Woodhouse. So how radar see this image? It's like we are flashing a light, but light is very large, not like our light. It's a big wavelength light. And see, this is the azimuth geometry. If you see from top, it will look like this. And see, when we are sending something, it's going and it's interacting and it's coming back. And when it's coming back, it's been registered here. Okay. So there are different type of scatterers are there. This is isotropic. It's scattered in every direction. It's scattering into the only this. That's what we say, back scattering. When it's coming back, that's where the signal is being stored. Before that, there is nothing. So it's all about ranging. Radar means radio detecting and ranging. So this is this reflected. So we didn't get much signature here. Very small thing. It's lagging. Wait. It's lagging, na? So see.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, okay. See now this one. What happened? I shouldn't click more than once. Yeah, you can try explore this, yeah, animation. This is very good resource to get that concept right. So this is the basic. See, we are sending and it's coming back. See, first this one come back, it's registered here, then this, and then this. And now then these are some little advanced concept. Why SAR images are looking different, we will get it from here. This layover event. You can try it, okay. I am leaving it, okay. started. See, this is first, this is second. So B is registered first, then the A. Here C is registered first, then the D. So reference, and this is range. This is a basic. This is very important. See these waves. So in this region, it cannot detect these are two separate objects because these are below our range resolution and they are very much near to the satellite. But here it can detect that two objects, distinct objects are there. So try playing with this. Coming back here. So you can get it from here, SAR visualization or search Woodhouse, Professor Woodhouse. So this is my subject, synthetic aperture radar polarimetry. So polarimetry means we are trying to understand the polarization state of that electromagnetic wave because these are big wavelength. I will explain it later. So this polarimetry, we are trying to quantify where the wave is. So art, science, and technology of acquiring, processing, and analyzing the polarimetric state of an electromagnetic field. So polarimetric state means we are considering just an sinusoidal nature of it. It's like a wave we are considering. It's actually circulating thing, electromagnetism. See this image is very good represent actual representation how electromagnetic field. And we when we are trying to draw it, we just draw like this. But actually it's rotating thing. And when we are drawing like this, that is the polarimetric state of it. It's like a full vector state, full vector state. So in SAR, synthetic aperture radar satellite, this interferometrics are, polarimetrics are, this is my topic, and polarimetric in multi-temporal, we are gathering again and again, so in same place. So multi-frequency, like that nicer one, that will be multi-frequency, I will discuss it. And tomographic application, like just like the brain tomography we do, similarly, to understand if there is any tumor or not. So similarly, earth is being monitored with synthetic aperture tomography. So this is the thing I have written in Bengali also. So with application, what is being already told, this is a very good open source book. This radar community, it is actually coming from the wartime. So previously, it's very difficult to get this kind of thing. Now the community is very much open source related, so that this is a little challenging technology if you start it now, but if you give it time, it is really beautiful technology. So these are the application, forest application, agriculture, wetland, everything. A lot of things are being done, and a lot of things cannot be done also with SAR. So SAR is a unique system. In polarimetric SAR, a huge world is there of microwave engineering. So that's a small part of it. Like these are some unique satellites, scatterometry. So scatterometer, what they do, they sample the like this. They sample the ocean surface. If there is wave, so from that wave we can see the wind direction or 1,000 hectameters. That is mean sea level. We can sample what is where the wind is flowing. That is very much necessary for navigation purpose and all this. So that's we get from scatterometry. Then there is altimetry. So altimetry, I like to shout out to that Sorol Artica mission, that is Indo French mission. So this is ultimately what they do. They just a single beam looking downwards. If there is water, that microwave beam will come and get reflected back, and that will register. And from that how much time it takes, we know the light time. So from that we can get the speed of light is known. How much time it's taking, from that we will say that this is the water level. So Sorol Artica mission will try to do that for global level. And then there are passive microwave system. They also observe ocean and as well as soil moisture of yeah, there's SMAP, soil moisture, active, passive, and this kind of systems are there. And this is interferometric application. So everyone has maybe heard this news that Josimot is subsiding in a almost 5 centimeter per year. So how can you get this 5 centimeter accuracy? That is being get from this interferometric application. So this is the application of interferometrics are. If you click anything, na, it will redirect to that project or that news. Okay, everything is being embedded like this. So that's why I have shared that PPT also. So then there is these we do every day, mobile, Wi-Fi. So these how the Wi-Fi signals are coming and they are going through these walls and all because these are big wavelength. So that is the next slide. Medical imaging, defense is always there, and microwave oven. That's where also microwave. So this is the now I like you guys to just forget everything and imagine. So SAR R is the game is everything about wavelength and frequency. So I first of all I like to uh, give you the scale, like what is the size of these waves, like this C band, this the Sentinel everyone use. This wavelength is 3.75 centimeter. So we have 5 centimeter scale like this. So it's almost C is 5 centimeter only. So what we have 15 centimeter scale, this one. So just imagine this is the 5 centimeter. A single wave is of like this size, single wave sign here. So now you can imagine if we send this pulse and it will interact and it will get reflected back. So, and this is the C. This wave will come and go and reflect. And that L band, that is which will be our nicer satellite have, or now Japanese Allos Pulsar have. So this L band satellite has that almost 23 centimeter. That Allos Pulsar has 23 centimeter. Just imagine. This is 15 centimeter scale, like this. One wave is like this. Okay. So now if there is an object which is much um, smaller than this 23 centimeter, then it will go pass through. It will not register because it will not, a very few scatter will be get reflected and everything will go through. Okay. So similarly, that P band satellite, just imagine this scale. This is 70 centimeter, that 30 centimeter scale, this double and this double. This will be the biomass mission. This is not being launched because it's very hard to get uh, capture this kind of wavelength when it's coming back. Just imagine this big wavelength. So one sine wave like this. So it will go through a lot of things just because the satellite name is biomass. I will explain it. So that's why I have said this imagination is very much important because it's a very favorite, yeah, of Alan Turing movie. And that polarization,
রাবিলি আমি ভিডিও করা
that
কি
is
হলো
the wavelength we have sent. Now polarimetry, what we are trying to do, what is coming back. So we know what we have sent, but what is coming back, that is being dictated by these properties, geometrical structure and geophysical properties. So mainly we can say that it's about that geometry and dielectricity of that object. Like human body, it's 70% water, है ना? So it's like a we our body, if I stand, it's like a water column, everything is water. So if there is water, it's work like a mirror. So everything what is coming, that is getting reflected back. If that wavelength is big, small wavelength will go through, X-ray will go through me. But this is big wavelength. So this like this kind of see that will get reflected back and that similarly all the trees they have also 70% water in their body. So that when that electromagnetic wave hits, so it's like uh, when electromagnetic it's get reflected back. So with that big P band satellite, when is there everything like trees has all the leaves and all. So this big wavelength will go through the tree's lip and just only the canopy of the structure from only that trunk of the structure. From that electromagnetic wave will get scattered back. So from that we can estimate how much biomass is there because the main biomass of the tree that stores the carbon. So for our climate change perspective, that assessing the carbon, how much carbon is being captured in a tree, that will be very much important. So that P band satellite will give us this edge. And structure is also important. If there is a like this 90-degree like structure, it will come and get caught and it reflect back. It's if
Yeah, right.
this is like this, and if it's a little oriented, then what we have seen in that animation also, so it will reflect back. That wave is a circular wave na, so it will go, but some very small signal will get registered there because it is shortening. But if it's a totally like this, then a big signal will come. And if it's a is a what we say, it's a triangular kind of geometry, it will come and reflect totally back. That's how we calibrate it, corner reflector. So these are the parameters. So from this we try to estimate the soil moisture, biomass, how much moisture is present in something. That is being that's totally being can be correlated. So now this is a little complicated thing. Maybe my lack of knowledge is because of this complication. So see, these are the um, different kind of scattering that happens. See, this is that's how it's coming. It's being radiated everywhere. If the soil surface, actually, it's matter of wavelength. So if a small wavelength that is from of this scale, it will get and scattered. But they like this tree I was saying, that is being scattered like this. So there are few things here I am explaining. Like this is the satellite radar system. So, so there is two things. Like just imagine a things like that. One we have one we can send like this wave, and another is like this. So we can send like this way. So this is horizontal. And this is horizontal scale, and this is vertical scale. So we can send like this and we can receive like this. So not all the satellite have this all polarization sensing capability. Some have only, they can only, because this is microwave system, we was imagining, we are trying to send that from the space, so it's a huge energy consuming thing. That's why I said that nicer will be the 1.5 billion US dollar, just imagine. So that will be the price of that satellite that is being developed by NASA and ISRO.
Yes, yes.
The most heavy, most priciest thing we have here. So, so now we are sending a vertical signal and it's coming back. Now, if that structure is like this, and we have sent an horizontal vertical signal like this, it will interact and it will go and it will come back. If it's like this, what will happen? It's a if it's a patla structure,
Uh,
so it will go through this. But if that
uh,
surface undulation is there, so that's where this scattering will work. So from that we can identify what kind of geometry is there. So that is that cannot be possible with optical remote sensing. So that's the thing. So actually what happened, we send and then analyze that, the data comes in a vector from matrix algebra, linear algebra thing. So and this is the same thing, and this is the received thing. This is a scattering depend on this s, and this is the scattering matrix. So this how it's coming back, we know these two things, है ना? What is being transmitted, that will be what we have received, we will calculate. But if we can compute that, how that structure is reflecting that, then we can model it. So that's where the model based decomposition comes into play. And we are try to this is a totally complex geometry kind of things. So from that we will try to create some scattering matrix and then analyze them with their covariance, coherency, this kind of forms are their covariance, how much they are correlated with each other. Coherency means if we send a big pulse, very coherent pulse, and when it's coming back, it's scattered like anything, like that tree structure. Just imagine a tree structure, okay? It's a big thing, then it's branching out, it's like fractal na, from one to one to one. Why the evolutionary trees are very much uh, advanced than us. So so how they have utilized in that way that they can get the maximum energy. So that structure is very much complex. If we send a signal like this, because of random volumetric like that place, that will randomize it everything, and maybe we have sent like this, it's coming like this one. So that component is being lost. That is totally 90-degree. Now it's depolarized. So that's why that complex geometry comes into play. and this coherency matrix generation, and then applying them for one is surface, what is volume, what is double bounds. It's a little complicated now. So let's talk about colors. So everyone have their perception about colors. So uh, and remote sensing is a big thing. What we see is a very small spectrum of, in Bengali we say Benia Soho Kola, Vivjio, violet to green, to red to this with very narrow spectrum we see. But the electromagnetic spectrum is a very much continuum thing. We are, and we see this part, and microwave is trying to detect this big wavelengths. So and for us this microwave is invisible, है ना? And these are very much harmful for our body, and these are not, because they are very much scattered. But if you send them very much coherently, that it can damage a lot of things, but it cannot produce a death ray, but they are making movies of. So false color composite everyone use. So this is a very beautiful false color composite. This is by EOS 06. So this is a ISRO satellite. So they have produced it. So this is standard false color image. Greens are looking red. And what we are doing, we are seeing RGB. Now we are just shifting the spectrum a little so that we can see NIR, and blue we are ignoring. So that's how we create the standard false color image. At the mosquitoes vision. So what they are saying, if you in a winter night, if you are sleeping and everything is covered, you have covered with kambal, everything, only your face is out, the mosquito will detect that and attack there. How they are doing this? Because they can sense that emitted heat from our body. Their eyes, like we see that RGB portion, visual portion, we cannot see the emitted heat, that is short wave infrared, but they can detect that one. So from that they will get that, oh, there is blood, that is heat, so they are attacking there. So I have written article that is also like this interactive one. You will get everything right, so you can explore that. So and that you can do that into time domain also. That's the beauty of remote sensing. It's not just about space, it's about time also. So just this image, like this is temporal compositing. We are showing 2000, this is night light image, so just a satellite VIIRS. So what they are doing, they are trying to capture that light, how much light is there in that night time. So in 2012 it's like that is being captured. 17 we have taken 12, 17 and 22, and now we are making composite of it. This is called temporal compositing. Okay, so with 2012 I am showing that with red color, and this is green, and the latest one with blue. So if you see it, if you can zoom it, I have a YouTube tutorial about this. It's done in Google Earth. It's very easy, anyone can do this. I am tried to show how Gaza is being affected after that war. So that is being here. So with night light, a lot of stories tell this night light. So if you see this the periphery of that, this is Kolkata. So periphery of this region, this is blue. That means that light was absent in 2012 and 2017, but 22 there was light. So that's why the only blue color is being registered. And this core of that city, this is Durgapur belt. So our this one is Siliguri. This core, that central thing, that is white. Why? Because red, green, and blue, everything combined there. Time here. Okay. So everything is combined there. So that's why it's showing white. So that what we do is trying to fool ourselves in a smart way so that we can interpret better with both space and time. So that's the concept of false color compositing. And colors is information. It information can be for us, or if we have multi-dimensional data. So that's where also that different component we are, if we separate them, so that can be fed as a machine learning algorithms for their understanding, our understanding, or that intelligence understanding. That things is similar. So SAR data, just now, once again, I like you guys to imagine. So you are there now, everyone. I
Yes, yes,
uh,
yes.
so enjoying it, or anything, any
Yeah,
presence or
one
anything.
two
Ha
more
ha ha.
questions is arised. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Let's discuss. Then I will continue.
So, uh, one is from that is from Osit Kumar Dhanpat from United Arugella. What are the different application of SAR images and where we can get it from?
Okay. So SAR images like that one only. SAR has two kind of SAR products are there. One is that only the intensity image. So that can be get a lot of places like in Google Earth Engine you can get it intensity. But that phase information, how that wavelength, that phase polarimetrics, that is a little difficult. But there are websites like Allos Pulsar give some data. So with NISAR it will be freely available for everyone. Okay. Now there is Sentinel has some phase information that is free, but that is not quite full. Like that vertical horizontal I was saying, na, you will not get everything there. But one vertical and one cross polarization you will get. And Allos Pulsar, if you say JAXA's website, there you can get some data. But with NISA, that is going to totally change that thing. And application, what I was saying, that a lot of applications are there. When there is structural thing you want, that's where these things comes into play. Otherwise you can use this optical image that is very much available, and now very good resolution also available. But this is a unique kind of worldview what you are getting. And I will share some resources also. That's in my slide. Okay, next one please.
Next one is Orchita Mullik from IIT Roorkee. She's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
PhD scholar. Can you please
Mhm.
explain the working of satellite altimetry?
Oh, ultimately, yeah, it's very fascinating. You see, I don't know much of Cheetah, but ultimately is what I was saying, that you just imagine a water is there, and you are sending a pulse, and if there is water is like straight, it should not be like this. So big thing like ocean, we get some surfaces which are totally 90 degrees to there. From that, it gets reflected, and we know that speed of light, that is everything like all this red, green, blue, or these big wavelengths. They are their speed I know, the c 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So if we can, uh, so we send it and it's coming back. So it's like ranging only. So if there is water, then only it will be registered. So that time of year will be registered. Now what will happen if we have this temporal data, like this, some lake is there, and in monsoon it gets more water is there, so it will coming back. But when there is summertime, it will reduce. So it will it will take more time. So from that we can infer that how much water is there, and that will be really important, because everyone knows water is a very scarce resource. And if there is, people say that if there will be more world war, that can be cause of water. So that monitoring water level is with that such accuracy, so that will be a big thing for ultimate. There are a lot of good books are there, good YouTube videos are also there about ultimately. I have seen IEEE Indonesia, uh, some German scientist has given that. That's my ideas are coming from there. Because ultimately, in IIRS, Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, Praveen sir, our Praveen, he is the head of Water Resource Department. He worked in this ultimately. So he, talking with him is also very inspiring. You are in Roorkee, you can contact with him if you are interested in this. So yeah, anything else?
One more question from Orphan. Uh, how can the problem of temporal decorrelation be mitigated when using the polarimetric data?
Polarimetric data is mainly, if you say just polarimetry, na, it's about a single image. That Polinsar, if you try to do, that's where that temporality comes into action. So temporality means, what he is trying to say is that temporal decorrelation. Now that we have captured an image, so in like that tree structure, it will scatter differently in every time, because the wind will come and it will every orientation will change. Yeah, na? So that's why that temporal. So with bigger wavelength, that temporality can be a little reduced. So that's why people are interested for this nicer or P-band satellite, because what you are trying to quantify with small wavelength, na, that X band, what I had there, X band is like this one, 3 centimeter. So this only this amount. So it will get scattered with anything. But if you have bigger wavelength, so that's where that decorrelation will less happen, because it will go through all these decorrelating stuffs, and only the solid substance that will get interacted with that. So that is the way. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thanks.
So
Okay, can I continue
yeah,
then?
yeah, yeah. Continue,
So
please.
how much time we have?
Uh, we have near about
10
10 minutes.
minutes.
10
10 minutes
minutes.
now. Okay. How much slide I have? Not much slide, but it will take a little explanation. So if you have came to this journey so far, then let's discuss this one. So just imagine now how this image is being generated. That's why I have given you that pulse color composite concepts, very basic concepts. So if we have that horizontal signal and that vertical signal, so horizontal signal will uh, get scattered from only that kind of surface which are 90 degree with the orthogonal to that horizontal wave. So vertical will be same. So if we send that vertical one, so that's where this will get scattered from that blue area. Like let's imagine that ocean. So that's why we are giving this. So we are sending, and from that ocean it's coming back. And if there is a 90-degree dihedral means bitolio, mane two surface, that's where HH component will come back. So from that, this is the most simplest kind of explanation. Yeah, I mean, as characterization of polarimetric wave. So we are denigrating that, we are just generalizing that if horizontal coming and horizontal going back, that is coming from a this kind of structure, dihedral structure. So we are denoting with red, and with blue, like ocean or where there is smooth surface and that kind of thing. It everything depends on that wavelength. That wavelength is the big thing. So that's why SAR became so complicated, because wavelengths are so different, and it gets scattered with that kind of, yeah. So it became easily difficult. And HV, like if I sending H and coming V, or sending V and H, that is coming from that volumetric structure mainly because of that tree. So that we are yeah, with green. So that's how. So if we create that image, it will look like this. So it's not that good, but we will get some information. So this is the Pauli basis. This is the second complexity. Here also only intensity images we are working with. HH minus VB, this means where the pure dihedral scatter. So we are sending like this and this. So when there is only that kind of thing, it's coming from here only. So that's why it's getting better. That's why that urban center, these are looking good. And HB is same. And when there is everything like from this also this also, like this, that's we are rating as blue. So that is blue. And then we can, this is a totally statistical things, entropy alpha or anisotropy. So this is cloud decomposition. So entropy means how, in which place that most decorrelation happening. So that is that entropy. So we can denote that with green. This is totally thermodynamics model based, entropy based. And this is the thing, that is scattering power decomposition. Now what we do, we are model something like, if this structure is like this, then we have that computational model is there, that if there this kind of scattering is coming back, then we will denote this that rate. If this kind of signal is coming back, we will as scattered as it. So that's why this that matrix algebra, what we are saying, what I was showing previously, that is coming into action. So from that we are getting that different structures. So that is yeah. So polarimetric decomposition is a big field, is a physics, geometry, and statistical, yeah, is there. And if you are interested, you can watch Professor Yoshio Yamaguchi or Professor Ubik Bhattacharya's talks are there in YouTube. I have learned a lot of things from them on online, and Now I am in IIT Bombay taking a class also. And so these are different models are there. Some are free, some are coherent targets, some are incoherent targets. Decomposition mainly is about that information extraction. So now see, that's what I was saying. We have modeled it. If the structure is like, we know that this is that kind of way. So this is because this is four component. Like similarly, nine component decomposition also there. So that's totally model based. And this is a small part. A lot of decomposition model, statistical mix of statistical and physical model. So uh, these kind of things. Reflection symmetry is also important. We are getting like we are taking as if we send like this and receive that opposite depolarize, and if we send that was that will give that is where totally reflection symmetry that will get from the volumetric structure. So these are some interesting SAR satellites, soil moisture, ocean salinity. So this is a different kind of technology, but they also use polarimetric application. Sentinel one is being everyone use this flood mapping application. One asked na that one application, big application is that disaster management. I will show you. My professor CM, but he worked extensively with radar data for disaster management, because what happened if there is flooding event. So it's very hard to get how much area is being inundated. So my professor CM Bhatt, he used to work at yeah, क्या नाम the disaster management center of NRSC, National Remote Sensing Center. He is teaching in Indian Institute of Remote Sensing. So because we will not get good images of there, because there will be cloud and all. So SAR, with SAR, that is a big application. And now cloud penetration, that's the thing. Everyone, you may say this came in the GATE exam also, that SAR images are not affected by cloud. This is a wrong thing. Okay, if that wave, this everything, what I was saying, everything depend on the wavelength. If you have a small wavelength, 1 centimeter, 3 centimeter, if there is more lot of clouds are there, that will get reflected back, and we will not signal from there. But if a L band satellite like this one, 22 centimeter, this one, that will go through. So everything is subjective here. What is TerraSAR-X? This is a fascinating system. This is by Germany. So this is twin satellite system. One sends and one receives. So with that, very good images are being acquired. So SRTM DEM everyone use na. SRTM DEM is being done in like this, but they don't have this satellite. They have one satellite radar mission, and that satellite, that plane is very interesting. That plane is body is there, and one arm is there. So one sends and receive also, and that is only receives. So from that baseline of this distance, so in interferometry these concepts are there. Interferometry is also very interesting, and interferometry, a lot of work is also happening, because because interferometric applications seeks huge computational power. So that was previously in the market. With now with our computer we can do that. Soil moisture, active, passive, everyone uses this one. Allos pulsar, I have worked with this data. And this is our India's right EOS 4, ISAT's latest generation. This being launched. See the scale. That's why I have selected this image. So you can read this article there. It's in Bunidi's website. So this is the scale, and see, this is the amount. So this is the antenna size, and it's like you cannot. Synthetic aperture means I haven't said about all these basic things. Like this is, if you walk in the rain, and you will get wet. But if you run, you will get more wet. And if you ride a bike or cycle, then you will get more wet. Why? Because you are covering more area in a specific time. So you are synthesizing more area. That's how when the satellite is um, when satellite is when satellites have this velocity, it's trying to gather more. With that speed, we are trying to synthesize that more data, more wider antenna. So that's what things. So this is also interesting. This is Magellan satellite. This is of Venus. India is also planning Sukrayan, ISRO. So Venus, everything is cloud. You cannot see anything except the radar image. So this is Magellan's image. You can watch this video. First time is being monitored with SAR only. So this is our India's thing, ISRO. This is that is all. I have once said once multi-frequency like L band and S band. This first time they are coming together in a satellite. That is being nicer, our ISRO satellite. So S band is like this length. S band is koto 12 centimeter, like this 12 centimeter, and L band is double of that, 24 centimeter. So some will get scattered from here. This S band is designed by ISRO and L-band is by NASA. So, this is the biomass satellite. See, for biomass, these leaves are not there, so no temporal decolization there because it will get only that structure. And wind, how much will that be? It will get only affected if you cut that tree. So, for forest monitoring, this will be a game changer when the biomass will be launched and everything. They have that philosophy. I don't know what will happen after this Trump and thing, but they have that plan to do that. Everything will be open source. So this will open source is very much necessary for global community. Then these are the things like for L band, no leaves are X band, everything is visible because it's getting scattered from the top. P band, only that small parts are also not. And this is very high frequency, so uh, that's where that only that stem is, yeah. Yeah, anyone, anything?
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
one
One
Yeah,
request
request
yeah,
and
and
one
one
more
more
question is
question is
there.
there.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah, yes, sir.
Aditya
Aditya
Parmar
Parmar
is
is
questioning
questioning
how
how
can
can
we
we
process
process
large
large
amount
amount
of
of SAR data
Mm.
irrespective
irrespective
of
of
any
any
software
software
and
and
any
any
way
way
to
to
do
do
processing
processing
with
with
low
low
computational
computational
resources.
resources.
That's what this slide is about, like this Google Earth engine. Like with that intensity image, it's possible to work with large data because what this not only about SAR, this cloud computing platform, what they are giving, that you are doing this in the server side of Google's servers, है ना? So it's not on you. That computation is happening there in that server, Google server. So all you have to do is to just run the program. So for now, this interferometric polarimetric application is not available in this cloud computing platform like Google Earth Engine or that like what is it, like Python based platforms also, like planetary computer and all this. But it will be very much soon. It will be available. People are working in this because it's a complex domain data. Now just imagine, like this complexity of data is also interesting. Like just intensity is like how much is there, but how much is that phase? That is an I value. Like that whole phase. That how much that of 180-degree year, how much is being covered? That is being also embedded. So that's how it's difficult for now. There is no way except that using good computer, but it will be very soon available. So that is how my slide only. Yeah, yeah. One more question is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mansi
Mansi
requesting
requesting
the
PPT
PPT details.
details.
For after that,
After that,
Mansi,
Mhm.
Mansi,
you
you
can
can
get
get
those
those
PPT.
PPT.
Stream
Yeah,
Strinu
just scan this one. Yeah.
Stream
Strinu
is
is
asking,
asking,
Yes, yes.
can
can
we
we
assess
assess
the
the
forest
forest
density?
density?
Hmm. For forest application, see that question came na, the temporal decorrelation that happened. So if we have big wavelength data, so we can get very good forest map. So that will be with NISA's every repeat, it will be available. And this forest monitoring is a big thing for like it will be with all we need is big wavelength so that decorrelation don't happen. You're getting? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
So
Aditya
Aditya
also
also
have
have
one
one
just
more
more
question.
question.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Can
Can
we
we
yeah,
use
use
yeah, yeah.
email
email
algorithm
algorithm
with
with
polarimetric
polarimetric
data?
data?
Mm-hmm. Like this one, this thing, this volumetric. If you can model more data, na, then your algorithm will better. So it's totally statistical thing. If you can give more data, what ML or AI, that is what you give is a huge amount of data. So from that is get training. So if you have huge amount of this thing, then you can use ML algorithm. ML is just classify you that this is volume, this is scatter. So Main thing is that modeling part. Modeling part is difficult. Yeah. So just two slides are there. I will end them, and this is done. So,
Okay.
hmm, sorry. So this is my acknowledgement. So these are my professors from whom I have get learned this Professor CM Bhatt, as I was saying. He has see this video if you are want to work with Google Earth Engine and SAR modeling. Then this one, he is Professor Hari Shankar. He was also my guide in IRS. So he worked with interferometric SAR data. So how can that subsidence of Joshi mode, this kind of things I do. And this is Professor Soshi Kumar, so and Professor Ashish Jyoti. From them, we came to learn about this beautiful subject for the first time. So I thought I will get some because in internet a lot of materials are there to learn remote sensing. So I have big thanks to my previous institute. I get so much because I am very stupid kind of student. I failure everywhere, but because of IIRS ISRO, I get to know, learn so much. It's such a beautiful subject. And then this is my professor, Professor Pennan Chinnasamy. So I am his PhD student. So sir has this. Actually, he is hydrologist. Uh, so he work into rural. How can we solve that? Rural sector has the most water scarcity kind of problem because what happens? Rich people have money; they will buy water bottle, but for the poor people in that scorching summer, it's very difficult. So there are three beautiful courses are there also. So I am TA also of this NPTEL course this year, and first year sir have selected me. So this is a big thing for me in first year to being a teaching assistant in this because lot of participants are there in this NPTEL course. And I am from Sitara. So Sitara's approach is little different as we have seen because we work with that ground level issues. And see, these people are here like that only. People have came here with different kind of like people from sociology, who are from different background, electrical engineer. How can we make the India rural electricity is a big thing. So how can we electricity and water's relationship? And so we explore this kind of critical things. In Sitara ecosystem, we are a little different than other institute. So now my target is also my project is funded. My PhD is funded by Maharashtra government, Rajiv Gandhi Science RGSTC. So I will be working with drone data, then with satellite data, with microwave data. So how can we make better rural areas? How can we make better water availability with all this kind of technology synergies? So that's my topic. I will work in this and a big topic for me. So this is my roommate Kounik. Because of him, I got this opportunity. So I like to thank him. We are the room number 400, hostel 4. So and I will share that everything is embedded. Okay, just click it and it will go to that place. So just thank you.
No, thank
Thank
you,
you,
Somdeep,
Somdeep,
and
and
thank
thank
you
you
all
all
participants.
participants.
If
If
any
any
questions
questions uh,
are
are
there,
there,
please
please
you
you
can
can
ask.
ask.
Please
Yes.
unmute and ask.
Mhm. Um,
Hey, just say, tell me how it was. Like this is my first time. I'm giving
I'm
online.
it's
It's
great
great
and
and
it's great
great
actually.
actually.
Oh, thank you.
And
A
a
participant
participant
can
can,
I
I
will
will
share
share
one
one
feedback
feedback
form
form
to
to
all
all
participants.
participants.
If
If
any
any
questions
questions
or
or
any
any
doubt
doubt
is
is
there,
there,
please
please
feel
feel
free
free
Anything you
to
can
ask.
ask. Okay.
Yes, yes.
About
And
PhD,
you
you
can
can
share
share
your
your
diagram.
email
email
ID
ID also.
also.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes, everything is there. Just
okay.
scan this one. Just take a screenshot of this page. Okay, you will get it from here. My mail ID is there. My LinkedIn account is also there. Just search na Somdeep Kundu. And because students are there. So I it is. Yeah. Anyone has anything, feel free to ask.
Yeah, apart from that, I like to announce one things that is we are going to be organized one workshop related disaster and AIML things in March 2025. The in Ranchi area actually, but place is not confirmed yet. So for expression of interest, if anyone can join and participate this workshop, feel free to register. I will share the link actually into the WhatsApp group. I already pinned this message that WhatsApp group. Okay, and we can post it into the group. And Somdeep, again, I will thank you. I don't have any idea about the SARD and polarimetry. I gain more uh, insightful information from your today's presentation. I think I can enhance my knowledge from such kind of uh, expressive and explicitly uh, topics actually. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thanks. Yeah. Chalo. Thanks for giving
Thank
me
you.
opportunity
Thank
to
you all
inform you.
participants. Yes, yes.
Chalo. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.